Here are some interesting facts and historical context adding further depth to the understanding of Moby-Dick, highlighting its historical, cultural, and philosophical significance, as well as its relevance to modern issues such as race, environmentalism, and human nature. 1. Inspired by real events. Moby-Dick was inspired by real-life whaling adventures and shipwrecks. One notable event was the sinking of the whale ship Essex in 1820, which was struck and sunk by a sperm whale in the Pacific Ocean. Herman Melville was fascinated by the story and used it as the foundation for the central conflict between Captain Ahab and the white whale. 2. Originally a commercial failure. When Moby-Dick was published in 1851, it was not well received by the public. Critics found it confusing, and its complex philosophical themes did not resonate with readers at the time. It wasn't until the 20th century that the novel became recognized as a literary masterpiece. 3. Herman Melville's personal experience. Melville had first-hand experience at sea, which helped inform the novel's authentic details. In 1841, he sailed on a whaling ship called the Acushnet, and later deserted the ship. His experiences with the whaling industry, life at sea, and encounters with diverse cultures were crucial to the vivid descriptions in Moby-Dick. 4. Themes of obsession and revenge. Captain Ahab's relentless pursuit of Moby-Dick symbolizes a broader theme of destructive obsession. Ahab's monomania is often interpreted as a metaphor for the destructive nature of revenge and the human desire to conquer the forces of nature. This theme reflects Melville's interest in the darker aspects of human nature and the moral dilemmas of the time. 5. The influence of transcendentalism. Melville wrote Moby-Dick during the height of the transcendentalist movement in America, which included writers like Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. Though Melville's work took a darker tone than that of many transcendentalists, the novel explores existential questions, the nature of good and evil, and humanity's relationship with the natural world. 6. Religious and biblical references. The novel is filled with religious imagery and allusions, drawing heavily from the Bible. Captain Ahab is often compared to biblical figures such as King Ahab, a wicked king in the Old Testament. The story of Jonah and the whale is also central to the novel, symbolizing punishment, repentance, and the struggle to understand fate. 7. Symbolism of the white whale. Moby-Dick, the white whale, is one of the most iconic symbols in literature. It represents different things to different characters. To Ahab, it is evil incarnate, while to Ishmael, it represents the unfathomable mysteries of the universe. The whale's whiteness has been interpreted as a symbol of purity, terror, and the unknown. 8. Whaling industry and its economic significance. Whaling was a booming industry in the 19th century, providing oil for lamps, machinery, and other products. Nantucket, where the novel's voyage begins, was a major whaling center. Moby-Dick provides a detailed look at the dangerous, grueling work of whalers, showcasing the importance of the industry while also exposing its brutal realities. 9. Melville's friendship with Nathaniel Hawthorne. Herman Melville was deeply influenced by his friendship with fellow author Nathaniel Hawthorne, to whom he dedicated Moby-Dick. Hawthorne's dark, psychological themes in books like The Scarlet Letter inspired Melville to delve into deeper, more philosophical questions in his own work. 10. Cultural rediscovery in the 20th century. Moby-Dick was largely forgotten for decades after its initial publication. However, in the early 20th century, scholars and critics began to reevaluate the novel, recognizing its complex structure, symbolic depth, and innovative style. Today, it is regarded as one of the greatest American novels, with profound influence on both literature and popular culture. 11. Originally published with a different title. Moby-Dick was first published in London in 1851 under the title The Whale. When the book was published in the United States a month later, the title was changed to Moby-Dick, with the hyphen in the title and no hyphen in the whale's name within the text. 12. Melville's financial struggles. At the time Melville wrote Moby-Dick, he was facing financial difficulties. His previous books had enjoyed moderate success, but they didn't provide him with enough income to live comfortably. Moby-Dick, unfortunately, did not sell well either, contributing to Melville's continued financial struggles. 13. Influence of Shakespeare. Moby-Dick is heavily influenced by William Shakespeare. The novel contains several soliloquies and dramatic monologues, especially from Captain Ahab, which are similar in style to Shakespearean tragedies. The elevated language and grand themes of fate, destiny, and revenge draw clear parallels to Shakespeare's works. 14. Environmental commentary. The novel can be seen as an early commentary on humankind's exploitation of nature. Novel's detailed descriptions of the whaling industry highlight its destructive impact on whale populations and marine ecosystems. This environmental awareness is strikingly relevant today, making Moby-Dick ahead of its time in addressing concerns about human interaction with nature. 15. Complex narrative structure. Moby-Dick is not just a straightforward adventure story but a complex mix of narrative styles. Novel blends first-person narration, dramatic dialogues, scientific essays, sermons, and philosophical reflections. This innovative structure puzzled early readers but is now appreciated as one of the book's literary achievements. 16. Queequeg's cultural significance. Queequeg, Ishmael's friend and fellow whaler, is a South Sea islander, and his character challenges the racial stereotypes prevalent in novel's time. Despite being portrayed as savage by society, Queequeg is shown as noble, kind-hearted, and intelligent. His character represents Melville's critique of racial and cultural prejudice. 17. Technological details of whaling. Melville's descriptions of whaling tools, techniques, and ship life were exceptionally accurate for the time. He provides detailed accounts of harpoons, lances, whale oil extraction, and the layout of a whaling ship. These vivid descriptions give modern readers a window into the 19th century whaling industry, which was at its peak during the time. 18. Exploration of fate and free will. One of the novel's central philosophical debates is the tension between fate and free will. Captain Ahab believes it is his destiny to kill Moby-Dick, while the rest of the crew, including Ishmael, struggle with the idea of whether they can alter their fates. This theme taps into broader existential questions, reflecting Melville's own uncertainties about life. 19. Melville's declining literary reputation. Before the publication of Moby-Dick, Melville was considered a rising star in American literature, especially with his earlier works like Typee and Oma. However, after Moby-Dick and his subsequent novel Pierre, his reputation plummeted, and he spent the rest of his life in relative obscurity. It wasn't until decades after his death that Melville was rediscovered and recognized for his genius. 20. Multicultural crew. The Pequod's crew is notably multicultural, featuring men from various ethnic backgrounds, including African, Native American, Pacific Islander, and European. This diversity reflects the cosmopolitan nature of the whaling industry in the 19th century, which brought together people from around the world. The novel's portrayal of these characters, while not free from the racial biases of the time, still demonstrates a level of respect and camaraderie among men of different races and nationalities. Thanks for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video. It helps more people find these classic stories. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.